Hey, it's Coach Justin from Ultimate Baseball Training. Welcome back to another video. And today we're talking about 5 things that you need to stop doing right now, because these 5 things are holding you back from reaching your full potential on the field. Obviously, you're interested in reaching that full potential. You want to become the best possible baseball player that you can be. So I really think this video is going to be helpful. Let's get started. All right, so the very first thing that you need to stop doing right now is throwing your equipment. All right, look, it's not your equipment's fault. It's not your batting helmet's fault or your batting glove or your bat. It's not their fault that you struck out, right? It's not your glove's fault that you made an error in the field. And so you need to work on, I know that baseball is a game of failure. I know you fail a lot. I know errors happen. I know strikeouts happen. I know it can be frustrating, but you really need to work on not throwing, because it makes you stand out on the field, but it makes you stand out in a negative way. We want to stand out in a positive way, right? So just understand, guys, it's not your glove's fault. It's not your bat's fault, your helmet's fault. It's your fault. Take responsibility and also, act like you've done it before. This is whether you failed on the field, whether you struck out, or whether you hit a home run, right? Act like you've been there before. Act like you've done it before. Act like you're a mature ball player that can actually handle failure instead of a little child that, just throws a tantrum when things don't go their way, right? So work on that. Stop throwing your equipment. So let's talk about the next thing that you need to stop doing right now, and that is you need to stop showing poor body language, right? You've probably heard it before that what you say with your body actually makes more noise. It says more about you than what's actually coming out of your mouth, right? This is all talk. What's coming out of your mouth is all talk. What you're saying with your body matters, right? If you and I were having a conversation, and if I just had my arms folded like this and I was looking at the ground, I wouldn't look up at you. I was looking at the ground and I was just, not paying any attention to you. I'm not saying anything bad with my mouth there, right? No, not at all. But what am I doing with my body language? I'm showing you with my arms crossed like this and looking down that I don't really care. I'm not really interested. So stop doing this in practice. When your coaches are talking, stop folding your arms and looking at the ground or screwing around in the back with your buddies, on the field. This goes along with the last little tip. Stop, showing poor body language when you strike out or when you make an error, when you walk a hitter, right? I know it sucks. Baseball's a game of failure. You're going to struggle out there. You're going to face adversity, but maintain that positive body language. Always hustle on and off the field. That's another big thing, right? Don't be walking around because coaches and scouts in the stands, they're going to take notice of that kind of stuff, okay? So always try to show positive body language for those around you that are watching. But what's another great reason why you want to show positive body language? How are you a more confident person and a more confident player? Are you more confident when you're kind of hunched over and you're slouched over and you're looking at the ground and your shoulders are kind of facing inward like this? Or are you more confident when you bow your back, you stick your chest out, your chin's up, you're making eye contact? I mean, that alone, getting yourself into a more powerful position with better body language, that's automatically going to give you more confidence. And that's on the baseball field. That's also in life, in a job interview, things like that, in school when you're taking a test, right? Just getting yourself into a better state is going to give you more confidence. You're going to perform better because of it. So don't show poor body language. It says bad things about you to everyone watching, but it also is not doing you any favors personally either. The next thing that you need to stop doing immediately is stop living in past games and past at-bats and past innings, all that good stuff. Stop living in the past because you can't go back and change it, good or bad, right? It doesn't matter last game if you went 4 for 4 or 0 for 4. In your second at bat of the day, who cares what you did your first at bat? If you got a base hit, that's great. That should give you more confidence for your second at bat. But if you didn't get a base hit, if you struck out, well, I know that sucks. I know you wanted to get a base hit. I know you probably wanted to crush a double or a home run, but guess what? You didn't. So you have to recognize what happened in the past. It's done and over with. And there's nothing you can do. I wish we could go back in time, time travel and change things in the past. You can't do that, right? And so stop trying to do it. Stop in your second at bat of the day, in your third at bat of the day, in your fourth at bat of the day. If you've had a poor game at the plate so far, you're 0 for 3, that fourth at bat, you should still step in with confidence. You should still believe that you're going to crush this ball this at bat. you shouldn't allow those previous 3 at-bats to affect this one. And too many times we do that on the field. Too many times, you know, we make an error on defense, and so that affects us for the rest of the game. We have no confidence out there. What does that lead to? That leads to more errors, right? Or, you know, you see it all the time. A hitter, the first pitch of their at-bat, you know, takes a pitch that they should have crushed, or they foul it off, and they step out of the batter's box and act like that first strike, that ruined their at-bat. You know, they act like they just lost. And so because of that, when they step in for that second pitch, that third pitch, and they're still thinking about that first pitch that they should have crushed, or, you know, that they fouled off or whatever, when they're thinking about the past, that's affecting right now. And so they're more likely to fail right now. You get what I'm saying? So stop allowing the past to affect the present moment. Another thing you need to stop doing is stop with the negative self-talk, okay? Because it's not doing anything to help you out. When you step into the batter's box and you're already defeated because you have negative self-talk going on, you're thinking about, man, this pitcher is really good. He's on his stuff today. He got me out last at bat. He's been owning me all year. God, I haven't had a good week of practice. And, you know, is that helping you or is that hurting you thinking like that? Obviously, it's pretty common sense when, you know, you lay it out and you actually verbalize it like this. It's obvious that that's hurting you, but these conversations, these inner conversations, they're going on inside your head, and you have to be aware of them, and you have to try your best to, you know, change what's going on in your head for the better. Change it to a positive instead of a negative. You need to be, you know, your biggest cheerleader. You need to pump yourself up. You know, don't rely on someone else or external forces. Don't rely on music or anything else like that. You need to, you know, I know it takes practice, I know it takes work, but you need to constantly work on, you know, how can I get myself into that confident state? So whatever it is, you know, something that I found that works really, really well is thinking about positive past successes. So instead of thinking about, oh man, this pitcher, he throws really, really hard. I mean, this is one of the hardest throwing guys in the league. You know, I don't know if I can handle him. Instead of thinking that, think about a time when you did crush a guy that threw really, really hard, right? Think about that time, man, I faced a guy just like this last season. I remember this guy thinks he's all that. He relies way too much on his fastball. He can't get anything else over the plate, right? So he's just gonna throw me nothing but fastballs because he thinks that he can blow me away with his fastball, right? So I'm gonna step in the batter's box here. I'm gonna look dead red fastball, and when he gives it to me, when he throws it over the wide of the plate, I am banging. I am absolutely crushing this guy. So you see the exact same situation, same pitcher on the mound, right? Same situation, but which inner conversation that I'm having with myself is going to lead to more confidence and more success? And I think you know the answer. So stop with, I know it's challenging, I know it's not easy, but try to avoid negative self-talk and beating yourself up after failures and stuff. Just try to always remain confident. Confidence is key. And the last thing that you really need to cut out of your game is lack of hustle. Right? Hustle is one of the best things that you can do for yourself to stand out in a positive way on the field. And the best part about it is, yes, there's going to be guys out there that are bigger than you, that are faster than you, that are stronger than you, right? That are more talented than you. But the good news is it takes zero talent or zero skill to hustle and to give it your best effort, right? And so there's no excuse for it. Don't let anyone outwork you. Don't let anyone out hustle you. So when you're on defense and the last out is made, hustle, bust it into the dugout, right? When the last out's made, when your team's, you know, hitting, right? The last out's made, get out to your position. Don't walk out there. Don't jog out there 25%, right? Get out here and get your work in. Hustle, you know, it's gonna make things happen for you in the game of baseball. Think about it from, you know, let's say a shortstop's perspective. You know, what puts more pressure on him when a ground ball is hit his way, when a guy's dogging it up the first base line and he has forever to field it nice and cleanly and pat his glove a few times and take 10 shuffles to first base and then, you know, casually make a throw over there? I mean, that's easy, right? Anybody can do that. That hitter didn't hustle. But if a guy, you know, hits a ground ball to short, but he starts booking it out of the batter's box and he's busting his butt up the line, that shortstop feels a little bit more pressure. He feels like, man, this guy's getting up the line quick. I need to, you know, hurry and field the ground ball and get a throw off. What happens when he hurries and he gets nervous, right? He's gonna bobble balls. He's gonna, you know, be too quick with things. He's gonna make poor throws. And so hustling, no matter what you're doing on the field, it's gonna, you know, make things happen for you. So always, you know, again, it takes zero skill to hustle. So always use this to your advantage. Never let anyone out hustle you. Never let anyone outwork you. So that's it. I really hope these tips helped you out. And look, if you're serious about improving your hitting, if you want to hit more doubles, more triples, more home runs, and if you ultimately want to have more confidence on the field and more fun playing this game of baseball, then I would love for you to watch our free on-demand hitting training. To do that, all you have to do is click on the link in the pinned comment down below from Ultimate Baseball Training, or just go to improvemyhitting.com. That's improvemyhitting.com, and it's 100% free. So go ahead and watch that now. And last thing, if you're not subscribed to our channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and join the UBT family. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.